Hey, Rob here, and welcome to R&B Reviews, the channel where we try to give informative and introspective reviews of movies that you can watch in the theaters or in the comforts of your own home. Now, like a lot of other movie lovers, you hear about a movie that is hailed as one of the greatest ever made, whether it be The Godfather, The Bicycle Thief, or Citizen Kane, movies like that. And you kind of have no choice but to track it down and see it for yourself. Well, this video is going to talk about one of those movies. It was based on a play that was successful in France, London, and New York, and the movie version featured some of the greatest actors who ever lived, and it was nominated for 12 Academy Awards, but it only won for Best Adapted Screenplay. That movie is Becket.
It happened in Canterbury, England, 8 centuries ago. A story as ageless as time itself. The immortal story of a man called Becket, who earned a king's most trusted friendship until Becket the man was made a bishop and his king lost him to God.
It was released in 1964, and it's a drama that explores the changing relationship between two close friends who become enemies later on. Richard Burton is Becket, and Peter O'Toole is King Henry II. Now, they both like to hunt and look for women, and one day Henry makes Becket his chancellor, and around this time Henry is having trouble with the church. When the Archbishop of Canterbury dies, Henry appoints Becket, but Becket starts to take his role very seriously, and eventually he has to choose between his king and his God. Now, I discovered this movie when I saw a message board on a website comparing this movie to another movie that I reviewed earlier called A Man for All Seasons. That film was about Thomas More, who also had a close relationship with his king, but he also had to choose between him and his faith. Now, after hearing positive things about Becket, I rented a copy and I watched it. Becket is a very colorful, extravagant film with a wonderful score and wonderful photography, especially in the beginning when Henry is visiting a cathedral where it's very dark and atmospheric. The two leads are terrific, and they both do a good job of sort of balancing off each other, and it shows why Burton and O'Toole were among the greatest actors of the 20th century.
It is a supreme irony that the worldly Becket, the profligate and libertine, should find himself standing here at this moment. But here he is.
I would have gone to war with all England's might behind me, and even against England's interests to defend you, Thomas. I would have given away my life laughingly for you. Only I loved you, and you didn't love me.
Peter O'Toole as Henry has a really great presence, and he plays the role as a sort of wild, childish man, and his character is very colorful, and while he can be over the top, I did not find that to be annoying. He also performs quiet, dramatic scenes very well, especially later when he's torn between destroying Becket or just loving him as a friend. Burton is more restrained, and he plays the role as the more knowledgeable one, and Becket definitely, I would say, has more of a conscience, while the king wants, things his way no matter what, or no matter who he hurts or whatever the cost. Director Peter Glenville, who had a background in theater directing, did a good job with the direction of the film. But because the movie is more dialogue-oriented as opposed to action-oriented, Glenville picks great angles. This could have been a stagey film, but thanks to the lighting, the acting, and the camera angles, the selections that were used, I thought it helped keep the film interesting. I had seen in an earlier movie that Glenville directed called The Prisoner with Alec Guinness as a cardinal who's arrested for treason against the state. That movie was really, really stagey and hard to watch, but by this time I think he definitely improved. The script I found to be very colorful, funny, and sad at the same time, and the supporting cast was also top-notch. You had stage actor Donald Wolfitt, who playing a sort of sly bishop who wants to bring down Becket, and John Gielgud has a cameo as the King of France, but the only character I think that I really didn't care for was Queen Eleanor, who I kind of found to be very whiny. She was played by Pamela Brown. Even though I enjoyed Becket and enjoyed the acting and the epic feel, I think I prefer Man for All Seasons over this one. That film I think I found a little bit more relatable, and I found it to be easier to digest. Plus, I felt like I missed out on Becket's transformation when he was ordained Archbishop while I had seen Thomas More change over the course of the film. I mean, you do see scenes of Becket taking his faith seriously. For example, there's a scene where he's giving all his stuff away to the poor, but I felt like it didn't really see a transformation to reiterate it. Becket does have a religious slant, and there's not a lot of action, and there's some historical inaccuracies, and as a result, I'm not sure that all audiences will embrace it. But I think it is worth checking out. It is well acted, directed, written, beautiful to look at, and I do think it has elements that I think people will relate to.
One does not carry arms into God's house. Go! What do you want? You're dead.
And I understand that for years the movie just hadn't been found, and back in I'd say maybe like the last decade they found elements and restored it, and it's really good to look at. So check that out. All right, that's my review of Becket. If you've seen the movie, go ahead and post your comments. Of course, visit the main page, and if you want, you can look at movies that are playing in the theaters, or maybe something that we reviewed on DVD. And of course, you can check out my Man for All Seasons review if you want to compare this to that as well. All right, thank you very much for watching.